Hi, my name is Atusa and I'm a PhD student in Dr. Samia Viswanathan's lab at Schroeder Arthritis Institute.
Hi, I'm Dr. Samia Viswanathan. I lead a cellular and immunotherapy lab here at the Schroeder Arthritis Institute.
The main PhD project is basically focused in the link between gut microbiome and knee osteoarthritis. And we're looking at different therapies and treatments to use as OA therapy, and actually looking at how those therapies affect specifically monocyte macrophages in osteoarthritis. And yeah, so it's very exciting for me because I've always liked macrophages, and I always like working with gut microbiome. So it's basically my two favorite words coming together.
My lab is very interested in developing new therapies for osteoarthritis, but we're also very interested in understanding kind of the basic osteoarthritis biology. And we've known and increasingly know a lot more about the interaction between diet, nutrition, and all kinds of inflammatory diseases. But what we're trying to study in the lab is really the link between the nutrients, the bacteria that's there in the gut and in other parts of your body, the metabolites that they produce, and how that affects inflammation through immune cells.
For me personally, I would really like to see how macrophages play a role and how I can change macrophages in a way that can be used as a cell therapy for osteoarthritis.
Senator Atusa has been very interested in sort of a lot of different pitch competitions that we've been developing from our project. I've also been very interested in kind of this adoptive transfer that you talked about, the idea of taking your own immune cells and using it to treat the disease in your body instead of making things worse, to help it improve it and to make it better, right? So we're very interested in adoptive transfer in the joint, but also something coming out of your project and taking it to a commercial stage, maybe creating a spin-off company that you could continue to lead, because of course we don't want Atusa to ever leave because she's great.
I just really love thinking about new ideas, and my grandmother was diagnosed with arthritis in a really early age. I would like to help and bring down pain in any way I can in patients. Also bring something that doesn't have adverse effects at the end.
We know that diet and exercise and sleep, right, are all kind of ways for the body to heal and to provide symptom and pain relief. But I think what we're doing and studying will kind of add to the growing data, I should say, that this is an important mediator of all of this inflammation. We're getting less effective in how we're able to deal with stress and inflammation. I think our research will add value to, but I think it is very patient focused because it's about things that they can change today. You don't have to wait for a massive breakthrough to bring this into practice.
So I really like changing the diet or using probiotics or bacteria themselves to make changes, because that way we're not really, there's no injection that's happening, there's no intensive reprogramming that is being done. It's just diet.
I think my advice would be to not be afraid to explore. Some projects or venues might look like dead ends, but you still learn and you grow from that. And I think you never know where that might lead you to.
I think one thing that is very important and a lot of people ignore it, tell their PIs what they think and also try and get information from them.